and even Adam Silver and the late David Stern know this. It's a great story league. People don't really watch the games. Look at 2 million, 1 million people. But it's a great story league. The NFL is the sport we watch. We watch bad teams. We watched the Cleveland Browns last year. We watch bad. We don't watch bad NBA basketball. We watch bad NFL football. We bet bad NFL football. And so we're so passionate about it that when you make an obvious comment, people get mad at you. People get all fired up. Nobody is objective about it. So this morning, Pro Football Focus says Dak Prescott is a legitimate MVP candidate. Fox Bet has Dak Prescott as an MVP frontrunner over Deshaun Watson, Drew Brees, Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady. Daniel Jeremiah, one of the smartest guys in the country talking football, former scout, says, my predictions for the season, Dak Prescott MVP. I'm like, wait. He's got an aging offensive line. They lost a Hall of Fame center. Zeke's slightly slower every year. New coach, new system, and Dallas has struggled last several years to beat really, really good teams. I said yesterday I had my top 10, and I didn't have Dallas in it. In fact, I don't have Dallas 11, 12, or 13. People went nuts. So I thought this morning, I'm just going to offer 5. I think these are completely obvious NFL takes for the season starting tomorrow. These are obvious. These aren't even contrarian. These aren't takes. So, number 1, the Raiders will be bad again because they were horrible last year. They couldn't score past week 12. They got blown out 6 times by 18 points or more. And with no preseason and OTAs, how have they sandpapered what was a mess last year? Oh, their division's great. Number 2, the Patriots will have their worst year in 2 decades. 8 players opted out, lost several key free agents, the greatest quarterback left of all time, the best offensive line coach retired, and the division's better. Isn't this obvious? Number 3, Joe Burrow's going to struggle. He's going to get mauled. He's not going to win 5 games. The division's better. The defenses in Pittsburgh, Cleveland up front, and Baltimore are scary. Burrow didn't have a preseason. He is going to look awful in most weeks. He's going to be completely, utterly overwhelmed. Number 4, the Ravens can go undefeated. Have you looked at the schedule? They almost never travel west. They almost don't travel. They return everybody except they've added players. Easiest schedule in the NFL, according to people who make schedules and judge how difficult they are. They don't really have a weak spot. They finally addressed an average pass rush by getting Calais Campbell. And Lamar Jackson, really, that's the question? He won MVP. And finally, Cowboys will be average. I mean, 9-7 in the NFL is kind of average. I didn't say they're going to be bad. It could be average. Offensive line's getting old, lost a Hall of Famer. Zeke a little slower every year. New coach, new system, no preseason. Ooh, they got CeeDee Lamb. Since when have great wide receiving cores won the league? Last year, the Rams had a great wide receiving core. They finished 9-7. The Cowboys going to be average. Washington's going to be a better football team. New York should be a better football team. Philadelphia cannot get hurt as much. I went and looked at the Cowboys schedule this morning. You tell me where it's easy. It starts with 3 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, and Russell Wilson. Then you get one of the most talented rosters, the Browns. By the way, in the middle of it, you have to go to Philadelphia. You play Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Those are loaded rosters. And at the end, it gets real easy. At Baltimore, 49ers and Eagles. Other than about week 5 to about week 7, I don't see the let up. I don't see the breathing room. I don't know. Raiders will be bad. Patriots' worst year in 20 years. Joe Burrow's going to be completely, utterly overwhelmed. I mean, these are not wild takes. Cowboys are going to be average. I know. Send the hate mail. I'm used to it. Mark Schlereth, right around the corner with his 3 Super Bowl rings. Update on Denver and more. He's got his game this. I'm going to find out what game he has this weekend. What does Schlereth have this weekend? Oh, does he have Bucs Saints? No. Oh, Seahawks-Falcons. That's another interesting game. He's got Seahawks-Falcons, so he's grinding through the tape right now. Seeing the check engine light turn on can give anybody anxiety, and usually does, unless you're a car freak and you know what it is and you don't have a problem. Most of us see it go on. Anxiety. You don't have to worry about it anymore if you have Car Shield. They offer a wide range of protection plans. The plans start as little as $99 a month. Freedom to choose your own mechanic, your favorite mechanic in a neighborhood. You can go back to the dealership you bought your car. Car Shield puts that. You do what you want to do. No long-term contract, no long-term commitment. Customizable to fit your needs. Over 1 million drivers covered by Car Shield, America's #1.